Good day, fellas. I hope you're ready for your daily dose of skill, and today we are going to beat the living crap out of AMX 50B. I feel like I want a challenge today, and I feel like this tank is definitely presenting the challenge, and overall it's one of the hardest tier 10s to play in the game, at least in my opinion. So we are going to have some fun. But before that, I really want to highlight one very important thing. Where the Forbidden Zone goes, keep this in mind that this is the last day and probably the last hours whenever you are watching the video to complete the event. Keep this in mind, you can get the free Internet Beggar Commander if you are completing the stage 4 for yourself, right? And that basically means you can pick 1 out of 3 Internet Beggars, right? Depending what do you want, what do you like, and if it is not enough, if you want to collect them all as a Pokemon or something like this, keep this in mind that there is an offers in the store and you can buy the commanders for gold. There is Mylan, there is Mouse Acrobat, there is Skillatu. It's up to you, and I am highlighting this because it is literally the last hours to pick it up if you are interested in that, and if it happens to be that you are buying one or another commander, the following Internet Beggar is going to get the tip from your side as well. That is very important thing to say. That being said, let's go back straight to the 50B and let's see what changed with the 50B overall over the 2.0 patch. And 50B became more accurate, right? 50B is turning quicker and 50B has more horses. So not really big change, but change nevertheless, and the tank is rated 3 stars, and I think this tank is belonging over there. What do I mean by saying this? The armor of this vehicle is obviously laughable. Sure, you can get some bounces once in a while, but most of the time it's not going to be the case, right? And the tank has extremely high skill gap in order to play with this vehicle properly. I can guarantee you that the skill gap of this tank is so high it is beyond belief, fellas. And obviously the playstyle overall where the tank goes, you are just searching for enemies doing some silly goose mistakes and you are just clipping them out. But good luck getting into the position from where you can simply clip the enemy without taking anything in return, or alternatively doing the smart trades, right? It is a very hard tank to play with, and I have no doubts whatsoever that there are plenty of the fluffy super unicums that enjoys this tank, right? But I just don't really think that the tank is that great or excellent even, right? Or even that good. That is me, this is how am I thinking about it, and today we will try to make it work. My goal with this tank to push to 4.5 or 5,000 combined, but it's just very hard thing to do. But nevertheless, we will try to achieve the great result over there, right? Beautiful punishment for the TIE 5 here while he is crossing through the middle of the field. This is exactly what we are looking for, and this is exactly what we want to see. And now, as you can see, I am being like a supporter to our team, and I want to be somewhere nearby where the enemy lines goes, but in the same time I also want to be smart, right? I do not want to make some silly goose decisions, so I would get slapped by for it, right? Beautiful, very nice. So far so good. We supported the Kiar one who went completely for a trollolo run and he died, but he took the breaker with him, so that is something, right? Badger just got slapped. Okay, we have couple of the guys who are waiting around the corner over there. That is completely fine. And one more thing to highlight with this tank, I definitely think that you need to spam the gold ammunition, okay? I truly believe in that. I truly think that this is one of the vehicles which pretty much demands for it. It's not it actually demands for it in order to be successful with it, right? So looking into the gun, 400 alpha damage, 257 millimeters of penetration with the standards. If you are low the gold, you are having 325 millimeters of penetration and 1.3 thousand shell velocity, which is absolutely ridiculous difference, right? Over pretty much you have 80 or whatever that is, 60 more penetration, right? It is solid. It truly is solid, fellas. Keep this in mind. Okay, we can clearly see that our team is being very, very aggressive over there. And if our team is being aggressive, we want to support them somehow, right? That's exactly what we want to do. So far, where the start goes, it's okay. We haven't lost a single bit of the hit points. And at this point and at this time, we are sitting pretty well. 2.6 thousand damage, no hit points lost. Hip hip hooray. As you can see, I am not spamming the full gold yet, but the time will come whenever I am just simply going to stop bothering and simply load the full APCRs for obvious reasons, because it's just better. I think this is the moment now that we are going to do that. And our goal is going to be straightforward. We want to be somewhere near our folks, right? We want to be somewhere nearby, and we want to punish enemies every single time whenever they are doing some silly goose peaks. That's all we need to do for a full happiness, and we are going to be alright. Yeah, I know it sounds easy, trust me, it's not. Trust me, it is not. Okay, we can clearly see that TIE 5 Heavy has gazillion of the armor for obvious reasons, and he's very, very hard mother trucker to eliminate, but we are feeling quite alright. Too bad the gun handling did not treat us as well as we initially want to, but that is okay. We are going on the reload, we are not panicking, we are feeling quite alright. We want to escape before the TIE 5 Heavy will pick this corner, and we want to be like supporters for our team. If enemies are being aggressive, we want to slap them. Obviously, where the amount of the hit points goes in this game, it is very, very, very debatable, if I can say so. It's definitely not good, but nevertheless, we are trying to stay around and just simply support our team to the best of our ability. That's all we are trying to do. That's good. So far, so good. I want to relocate before it's too late, because I am alone sitting in this position at this point in time for obvious reasons, right? We are going to eliminate this guy, and now we are running. Obviously, T-57 is nearby. We need to escape before he managed to catch us. We are running for our life like there is no tomorrow. Ah, yeah. I took one for the team over there, not exactly what I'm looking for. I'm trying to escape, but as you can see, it is very, very, very hard situation, and pretty much we are dead meats. Man, the work that you need to put in while you are playing with this tank is absolutely ridiculous, and the situations like this will happen quite often whenever obviously you have no team, or let's say whenever your team is just simply charging like a bulls and just eliminating everyone in front of them. Very, very, very difficult tank to play with. I'm telling you, absolutely ridiculous tank to play with, but I am up for a challenge today, so it's going to be nice. Let's see the score. Okay, and we are back. We are back with a 4,000 damage, so we should be somewhere on top of our team. At least that's what I want to believe. And it was okay game. As expected, top by experience, top by the damage, and we got ourselves 36,000 profits, which is very much appreciated as usual. But the difficulty of this tank, the difficulty, fellas, crazy. Okay, round number 2. Siegfried Line standard battle. I think I know exactly what I'm going to do here. We are going to start everything from very, very easy mode. We are going to take this position, and we will hope that someone will try to cross through the middle of the field, and that would give us opportunity to slap them once or twice, right? That's all we are looking for, and that's all we need to do. let's see. Are we going to be lucky, or are we going to have some sniper schnitzel sniping from the back and punishing us for this type of play? Because quite often it can happen as well. That would be 1, that would be 2, that would be 3, that would be 4. Okay, 3 out of 4 is not bad by any shape or any form. By the way, where the gun goes of this vehicle, the gun of this tank is not bad by any shape or any form, right? In other words, what I'm trying to highlight is this mother trucker can hit its shots. That's why it is some kind of support tank. And even if we are talking about the long range shooting, you still can do many bad things for the enemies, right? And this is exactly what we are looking for whenever we are playing with a tank like this. Okay, next. What would I love to see over there if someone would try to overpeak this side, right? Sometimes it happens when someone is trying to be aggressive, and if someone will overpeak, we are going to make sure to just simply slap them if we have a chance to do so, right? That's all we need for a full happiness. That's all we need for a full happiness. Unfortunately, we can clearly see no one is doing that. Unfortunate, but that is life. Not much what we can change about that. How about if we would get tiny touch more aggressive over there? I can see this fava sitting around this area. That is completely fine. I'm a bit paranoid and I'm a bit afraid of their sniper schnitzels in the back. But in the same time, I feel like we have a perfect angle here to start eliminating the enemy forces sitting in right about here. Right? Beautiful ammo rack. That's very good. And now we are trying to escape before it's too late. Unfortunately, Jack Pizda managed to hit us once. But on the other hand, we got ourselves a full clip. So it's half of the trouble. And yes, that was greedy. I'm very well aware of that. You do not need to tell me this. I know. Greedy mother trucker for sure. And what we know, what kind of information we get from this, we know that almighty Jack Pizda is sniping from somewhere in this area, right? That's what we know, and that's what we are very well aware of. Okay, what we know as well, we know that this E50 is not bad. He is very well aware of us sitting around this area as well, but we are kind of all right. We don't need to panic. Now, the panic will start probably very soon whenever Mr. Mouse will get involved and whenever Mr. Mouse will try to make a bit of pressure like this. But don't worry, we are sitting quite safe over there, and all we want to see enemies getting a bit involved here, right? There is a big chance that enemy 430U or whoever else, Foch maybe, will try to make a pressure like this, and that would be absolutely amazing and absolutely glorious. As you can see, I am just sitting as a support tank in this type of situation. Even though I bled quite a bit of the hit points, it doesn't really change absolutely anything. We are still okay, we are still alive, and until we have 1 hit point left, we are feeling just okay. That means we are alive, right? And that's the most important thing for us. Okay, our AMX eliminated T-54 Echo 1, which is fine thing. We are completely fine. Enemy E-50 is holding a very nice position right there. I don't really think that I can do absolutely anything for him, but looking into all of this, we were waiting until enemies would make some sort of mistake, and mistake they made. Beautiful. That's exactly what we are looking for. Now we are just simply going on the reload, and we are mentally preparing to slap the living crap out of the E50, or alternatively that waffle. If I will try to relocate to that side, most likely E50 will punish me again, which obviously I do not want to get punished for, right? So right here we are just simply waiting until enemies would make some sort of mistake. That's all we need for a full happiness. I'm trying to check out, do we have the E50 sitting here, and apparently we don't. So that being said, we can relocate just a little bit, and we can prepare for enemy mouse making quite a bit of pressure here, because I want to believe that mouse is going to be quite aggressive. Actually, mouse is quite aggressive, right? Yep, we can see that, but what's from that if we do not have an angle to slap him, right? I could definitely try to escape, but I'm not entirely sure is it what we are looking for and is it what we want. Also, the direct comparison between this tank and the Batchet, because both of them are French, both of them are autoloaders, right? I would say Batchet has some sort of advantage, at least in my opinion, just because Batchet has camo, so you can play in a way like Bushwanker, and you can just simply punish the enemies without getting spotted, or alternatively even to spot for your team. Where this tank goes, unfortunately the situation is very, very different, and you cannot do the same thing as Batchet does. You just simply can't. You just simply can't, and this is very important thing to highlight, at least in my opinion. Meanwhile, Foch is trying to make pressure like this. I kind of like it. Very, very nice. E50 did not react it properly. That's exactly what we are looking for. And unfortunately, but we are sitting in quite a bit of the poo-poo hole. Yeah, that was a bad pick by me. Yeah, I know. I'm very, very well aware of that. As you can see, pure struggle to play with this vehicle. Absolutely struggle. You are not bouncing absolutely anything. Any mistake will lead you to get punished beyond belief, and this is what 50B is. In order to make this tank work, you need to be very, very, very good in the game. And instantly we can talk about the counter tank for this, right? For example, T57, and I think T57 is just simply better. It's just simply better. Better DPM, even probably more trollish armor and whatnot, and the tank is just simply a better choice, at least in my opinion. And you know what is the funny thing? The funny thing is that I want to highlight this. I really love the tier 11 50B. For me, it is just simply awesome tank, and I think the same way about the tier 11 50B is just simply not really that good where the tank goes, you know? That's what I think. In other words, you need to be an exceptional player to make it work, right? Oh man, what an ending. The hero, fellas, AMX 5120. He's going to be a beautiful adult in the tier 11 or 50B. What a gamer. Good for him. He carried the game. He showed the class. Absolutely amazing. Meanwhile, we are choking with our 3,800 damage and being forced by the experience, but that is completely alright. Man, this tank is very, very, very difficult, very hard, but you know what? Believe me or not, I do enjoy this type of experience. I do enjoy being sneaky mother trucker and trying to catch enemies whenever they are doing something silly. I do enjoy it quite a bit. Anyways, that being said, Airfield standard battle. Okay. What can we do here? Do I want to play in the heavy line? Because probably I don't. Probably I don't want to do that. I could be a naughty mother trucker and play aggressively, but I think it is going to be very, 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 very hard to do anything. Nah, let's pick the safe gameplay, shall we? I was considering about being aggressive, like making a hardcore pressure like this and whatnot, while it could work, but in the same time it is a very, very, very difficult way to play the game, right, and to get some use. It is very, 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 very hard, and risk, I think, is just simply way too high. That being said, let's try to find a decent enough angle to punish folks who are playing over there. And we can see the first gentleman crossing like this. Unfortunately, I did not arrive to position in time in order to do any harm for him, but that is okay. What is the right play? Oh man, Greeley is sitting here in the open field. Why would you be here? I was considering this position as well. That would be a very, very, very nice damage for us. But that's okay. Relax, take it easy, everything is fine. We got a free shot right into the light tank side, which is very much appreciated. Thank you very much. And I believe for our next couple of shots, we are going to go for a blind shots towards this Leo 1. I think this is the proper way to do the things, and maybe we are going to be lucky and maybe we are going to hit a blind shot. You never know, right? Now, next. Ooh, MBTB is getting involved. Butcher is getting involved. Oh man, look how many of them are playing quite aggressively here. Very interesting. Let's see, can we support our Sheridan? This is the question. We have a magazine, right? So that is always very much appreciated and always very, very much exciting. I know that Leo slapped me, I am aware of that, and I think this is the moment whenever we are saying thank you, it was a pleasure, kind sir, see you never. I think this is exactly what we are doing at this point in time. Meanwhile, we have enemy Bachet being aggressive, he's not going to survive this, that's for sure, beautiful. And now we have, ooh, Ergashem Flipwagen being cheeky, it's okay. Not a big thing, not a big deal, we are feeling quite alright. Now MBTB. We can fully clip MBTB out without overthinking too much, so that's what we are aiming for, I would say. We really want to say hello for this mother trucker, don't we? Okay, that is a beautiful shot. Luckily, he just fired and missed twice. We missed once, which is kind of sad. We are hitting him for another time. That's okay, and we are going on the reload. We are fine. 2000 damage that we needed to work very, very, very hard for. Very hard for, but we are all right. Now we have a Minotaur that is sitting here in the open field, and if we are going to be lucky, we are going to be able to shoot him at least once in the butt, unless he is going to burn to death, and actually he has been farmed by our team already. Meanwhile, Mr. Leopard is sitting over there, and we can clearly see that the game is over already. Not exactly what I've been looking for, but that's what I have. Man, this tank is a struggle to play with. This tank is absolutely ridiculous where the difficulty of the tank goes, and I truly mean it, fellas. I knew this obviously before I started playing with this tank at this point in time, but oh my bananas, that is a very, 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 very hard tank. Hopefully we can get another clip, although I kind of doubt it, to be fair with you, because enemies do not really have that many hit points, and as you can see, we just simply need to figure out the way how we could get involved into this and get a little bit of use, but nah, I think it is a game over. Yeah, it is. Yeah, unfortunate, but that is the AMX 50B. Now, on the other hand, you can definitely play with this tank in the heavy line, which is probably the right decision in many, many situations. But once again, whenever you are playing in the heavy line, it is extremely difficult not to be the one who is taking one for the team. Because let's get real. If there is a IS-7 and there is a 50B, what do you focus? 50B. If there is a mouse and 50B, what do you focus? 50B. It's just how it is. It is the nature of this tank to get a lot of attention, right? So yeah, quite a hard performance and a hard session overall. What we have? We are third by the damage. We are seventh by experience, which is completely fine by me, and man, I am struggling. But you know what? I want to have at least one game whenever we are having 5,000-6,000 or something, so I give another game. Let's go. One more. Okay, round number 4, highway standard battle. The problem is that the map got changed quite heavily, and I am not entirely sure how to play this map, but nevertheless, we will try to give it a go and we will try to do our best, okay? That's what we can do. Now, instantly thinking, do we want to play super aggressively in the heavy line? I kind of don't want to do that, to be fair with you. I kind of do not want to do that. Plus, on top of that, if there is some sniper schnitzels over there, they can definitely punish us, and that would be very, very hard. This map got changed very, very, very much, fellas. And it is a shadow of, well, shadow of once it used to be is not actually explaining the situation. The thing is, the map is just simply very, very different. It has a very different playstyle, and if previously it was quite easy way to play this map, at this point in time it is very, very difficult and very complicated. It truly is. But it doesn't change the fact that we will try to do our best and we will try to play this map properly. What is the goal for us? The goal for us is going to be to say hello for this Suka Pershing and for this CS63. That's what I would love to do, and I think we can actually afford it by being aggressive over there. And obviously, I mean, playing in the city could seem like this is a solution and this is an option, but in my opinion, where the gameplay goes into the city, you need to have some meat, and our team doesn't have meat, right? And in my opinion, meeting the AMX, or I supposed to say meeting T57, it won't end up well, but that's only me, right? Now, speaking about what will end up well, we are seeing the Suka Pershing playing over there. We are making sure that he's going to regret his life choices, and in the same time we are saying hello for the CS63. Luckily, CS63 is not reacting properly, or he's misaiming. That is absolutely amazing. So we are just slaughtering him. That's very, very good. Now, meanwhile, we are taking our time to advance towards the enemies this way, right? And the next tank that we are going to be slapping is going to be this object. I'm aware of the sniper schnitzels in the back over there. Trust me, I know, I get it. I'm aware of that. But it doesn't really stop me from trying, and it doesn't really stop me from getting involved, right? That's exactly what we want to do. We are just simply making a hardcore pressure like our life depends on it. And the next guy who is going to take one for the team is going to be this this object, right? Beautiful shot, even though probably we should not penetrate it, but we did, right? That's the most important thing. Thank you very much. We clipped him out. Excellent. Too bad we are not getting a bit of assisting damage from the tank destroyer here, but once again, it is kind of irrelevant. We are feeling all right. Next, oh, T57 is actually sniping from the back. Wow, what a gamer. Okay, I was definitely expecting the T57 to make quite a bit of pressure into the city, but as you can see, he didn't. So in a way, that was kind of a correct decision by us to make pressure this way, right? Beautiful. Now we can see how good of the gun handling this mother trucking tank has. Very, very nice. 3 out of 4 is not bad by any shape or any form. And now we are going to be ramming the Char Futur. If we are going to do everything properly, this Char Futur will regret his life choices while we are going full ramming speed for him. And this is exactly what we need to see, and this is exactly what we want. The problem being... yeah, there is a problem. He is going to die beforehand. At least that's what I want to believe. Yes, he actually died beforehand. And last but not least, there is a last gentleman sitting over there. I mean, once again, we are not playing bad with this tank, right? We are not playing bad, or at least I don't feel like we are playing bad, but it's just very, very difficult tank for me to perform very, very, very well with it. And I'm okay with that, fellas. There is no bad blood, there is no bad feelings by any shape or any form. It is just most difficult, or one of the most difficult tier 10 vehicles to play with. There is nothing, there is no need to beat around the bush, if you know what I mean. So all in all, the last game is 4,600 damage, 700 assisting damage, so we have over 5,000 combined. But once again, what a hard experience to play with this mother trucking tank. Meanwhile, we made 76 6,000 profits, which is very much appreciated. And all, fellas, we finished our session with a 3,900 damage and 300 assisting damage. And you know what is the funny thing, fellas? I checked out the previous video with a AMX 50B, right? I checked it out purely out of curiosity, and the previous video, whenever we played with this tank, we have done 3,800 damage and 1,000 assisting damage, right? So pretty much we played even worse in this session. Well, a bit better damage-wise, but worse assisting damage-wise. Man, what a... Oh, actually, no, I am lying. I am definitely lying, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen. We had 600 assisting damage, so pretty much very similar result. Either way, it is how it is. That's what we have, and this is how the tank is feeling like to me. In perfect hands, in extraordinary player hands, probably some folks can play for probably 5,000 DPG, but it is so rare. It's the same thing like winning lottery, you know. If we have let's say couple of million players playing the game, probably 10 of them can actually do this type of score, right? Either way, thank you very much for watching. I very much appreciate you. I hope you were entertained, and I hope you had a great time. And good luck with your journey with a 50B. You got this. Thank you very much, and see you very soon. Skill is out for today. Peace.